My name is Pavol Rusnak and I'm a co-founder of SatoshiLabs, which is a company that brought Trezor, the first hardware wallet for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. There are several reasons why I think open source is really important for what we do, and it's also aligned with our mission statement of the company. We do think that we can use open source to strengthen and improve the power of an individual, and open source is a way, is a tool we can give to people to obtain this freedom. That's why we made Trezor open source since its beginning. Everything is open. Hardware, software, schematics. You can build your own if you are not able to buy one, because maybe you live in a country which is sanctioned or something like that. Also, when it comes to Bitcoin ethos, you want things to be auditable. Everybody needs to know how the thing works, that it works like it is advertised. And also I really enjoy the community aspect of things. So if you do development in the open, you have this really stimulating discussions with your peers, and you make friends, and you can meet those friends on the conferences like this. So that's why I really enjoy doing stuff that's open source. The current state of the hardware industry, that most of the stuff are not transparent, not open source, and that was from historical reasons the company thought it's better to keep their intellectual property as a secret. But now it seems that the world is changing, and there is this thirst and the need for having things open. And that's why we started 2 years ago a company called Tropic Square. And the goal of the company is nothing less than bringing the first open secure element to the market. And we want to basically disrupt the whole industry, something similar like we did with Trezor 10 years ago, where we showed there is a way how to make a hardware wallet and make it open source and let people use it. So we are trying to achieve the same thing with the open source chip, not only in the Bitcoin industry, but like everywhere. I wish that every device would use open chips, but of course this is much bigger battle to fight, and there is a lot of things to tackle at once. And the biggest problem is that we simply don't yet have the experience as other companies that are building chips for 50 years. But there is a lot of collaboration going on, and I think that maybe in 5 to 10 years time there will be like really good options that will compete with the already existing but proprietary and opaque stuff. So hardware vendors would have this option to choose an option that is open. I mean, we were for a long time, SatoshiLabs' main product was Trezor, which is a hardware wallet, and it is by design offline most of the time. But at the same time, I think there is a really huge need for people to actually use Bitcoin, not only hold it. So I think it's important to look in solutions like, for example, Lightning Network, and this is a way how to probably make it easy for people to use network, use Bitcoin as a medium of exchange. And this is also something we are looking into, but we have to figure out where is our added value in that space, because there are a lot of other great projects that are doing the great job, and it would be nice to find a way where we fit in that ecosystem to make our impact as big as possible. We are investigating how we can integrate Lightning into Trezor, and as I've said earlier, hardware wallet is a device that is inherently offline, but for Lightning you have to be online most of the time. And what we are thinking right now is creating something that we call a send only or a cold channel, That means it's a Lightning channel that is backed by Trezor, but you can only send. And if you have this kind of limitation, then you don't have to be online all the time, because there is no chance there will be a receive event on the channel. And if you have that kind of limitation, you can be sure that your channel is in a dormant state, and it becomes active only if you connect Trezor, and then you can perform send operation, and then the channel will become dormant again. So we are thinking along that lines that maybe that will be a nice option. That said, like, we are still having discussion with the Bitcoin community whether this makes sense and whether they actually need or want this new paradigm, because I don't think anyone has been thinking about that right now. So this is the first time at this conference, and honestly I was a little bit skeptical when I was first invited because of the blockchain in the name of the conference. And my experience with conferences like this, that has blockchain in their name, was like that there were a lot of ICO and shilling of some product. But the more I started to study about this conference, the more I realized it's really about this ethos of that shares with Bitcoin. And also I saw a lot of hardcore Bitcoiners were coming to this conference, and it was like, this was a great indication for me that it's probably a good idea to come here. And I have to say I'm really enjoying the conference and having a lot of good talks with people I haven't met before, and also with some friends I haven't seen for a long time, and it was quite interesting to reconnect with them here. So I'm really having a good time here.